Today, we're getting under the hood of women's health with Heather, a brand new mother and a professional in sales and services from Austin, Texas. Heather will get under the hood of pregnancy.
My husband and I, we were actually not trying. We found out that I was pregnant at the end of December of 2022. It was right before Christmas and the holidays. And we actually went out of town that weekend to see his family for Christmas. We shared the news with them. We were very surprised, and it took a few days for us to kind of get over that initial shock and really become excited. But by the time we were heading home, we were just over the moon. We were elated and just so excited to go home and to start this new chapter. However, once we got home, it was a week to the day that I found out that I was pregnant. I actually miscarried. And so that was really difficult to navigate those emotions of not knowing how to feel, and then feeling excited and hopeful and looking forward to the future. And then all of a sudden it felt like everything was taken away from us just so quickly. And the best way I could explain that and really identify those emotions was it was like whiplash. Just feeling so many different emotions in such a short amount of time. That was definitely difficult to navigate through. So we had talked about starting to try at the end of the summer of 2023. And ideally, go through the fall and the winter with me being pregnant, and then having the baby spring of 24, maybe early summer of 24. But I found out that I was pregnant again at the beginning of April. So it happened a little bit more quickly than we had anticipated, but we just really embraced that, and we just, this is obviously what is meant to be. So we just went with it. When I found out that I was pregnant again, I did have a lot of different emotions. It was actually very difficult for me to immediately feel connected to that pregnancy when I felt that I was still grieving the loss of the last pregnancy. At that time I had started seeing a therapist to work through those emotions, and to find out that I was pregnant so soon, I felt that I felt guilty for not feeling immediately connected to this new baby that was, inside of me at that point. And a lot of emotions came with that. I felt guilty for not feeling connected. Pregnancy is supposed to be this beautiful, joyous, miraculous time, and it doesn't always feel that way. It was about I believe it was week 20 or 21, where I was able to feel her inside of me. So that really, really helped me feel a lot more connected to her and to my body. It helped me really tap into my maternal instincts as well, feeling like I am protecting and nurturing and nourishing this being inside of me. Feeling her presence was just everything at that time, and that's when I really started to lead into my pregnancy, into the experience as a whole. So my obstetrician, she was actually the doctor that I started seeing when I moved to Austin back in 2018. So I felt like I had a really good relationship with her. I would just see her yearly for my well woman exams. Um, and she had what I really like about her is she had a really great like bedside manner. She's very sweet, very soft spoken. She has a very calming presence. But at the same time, she's very direct with information. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. She's very honest, and I felt like the combination of those qualities was really important to have with somebody who is going to be guiding you through your pregnancy and ultimately through delivery. So I felt very secure with her. So I decided to stay with her for my pregnancy needs. The physical side effects, the nausea, the fatigue, those were those were very challenging as well. And even though they're physical side effects, they take a toll on you mentally as well, because it does feel like you're all of a sudden unable to do your everyday normal things. You don't always have the energy to exercise and to work out. You don't always have the energy to even just straighten up the house or to cook dinner. And so um, it is a little bit of a challenge to humble yourself in that moment and to ask for help and to lean on your partner or your support system, friends and family as you need to. That doesn't always come natural to me. So it was a little bit of a challenge in itself to really accept all the help that I could get, really. Whether that was emotional support, my husband doing more around the house, taking on roles that I would normally have. It was a little bit of a challenge for me to accept that. So my delivery was actually a scheduled induction, which again, I had not originally planned on. But due to my baby's size, just because she was a little bit larger than most babies, she was a little bit ahead of the curve. My doctor did recommend an induction right before 40 weeks, actually right at 40 weeks. So I went in for an induction. It was a Sunday night. We went in about seven in the evening, and got checked in and everything and started the induction medication. My first dose was around, I believe, 9 p.m. And that was all fine. That went pretty smoothly. By my second dose, at some point during the night, my times get a little bit skewed. It all kind of like blurred together at one point. I had another dose, and that's when my contractions really intensified. At that time, I wasn't dilating very quickly, and so I think that was their main concern. However, towards the evening time, I started dilating really quickly, and it was about 8 o'clock, and my doctor came in asking me if I was ready to start pushing, and I was like, "Wait, are you serious? Like, it's time already?" As if it hadn't been a full 24 hours at that point. So I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, let's do this. And I remember my husband did ask, how long does this typically take? Like, what are we looking at here? And the nurse said usually a first time mom pushes for about 4 hours. And I was like, 4 hours? And so like I that's something that I had not expected. I feel like TV shows and movies and the media, it all kind of portrays birth as almost like just like your water broke, oh no, you have to get to the hospital, and then you push out the baby in 30 minutes or something. And it is not that way. It's a much longer process. So but I actually only ended up pushing for 3 hours. And my daughter was born at 11:13 at night. Yeah, so the advice I would give to women trying to get pregnant or who are pregnant or even who have already had their baby is to really tune into your inner voice and your intuition. Pregnancy is not a one size fits all experience. Each pregnancy is unique, each story is unique, each birthing experience is unique. And I don't want anybody to ever feel like they have to fit in some sort of box or to check off certain marks of, I know I'm having a great and healthy pregnancy because I've done XYZ, or my birth story is beautiful because I did XYZ. Each experience is so unique in itself, and what truly matters is that at the end of it, mom is healthy, baby is healthy, and yeah, it's a very unique experience in itself. And then under that umbrella is, everybody's individual story, and they're all beautiful.